Touriste.
Ah, il vend des vaccins sur Wish. Des vaccins de zombies. Non, pour que tu sois anti-zombie. Alors, tu peux pas te transformer en zombie. Ouais, ben c'est Umbrella Corporation. Ah, ça doit être de la bullshit. Ouais. Bullshit.com. Est-ce que la batterie est morte? Non, la batterie va mourir. Hein?
C'est caché, le gars.
Déjà? S'il y a eu un commentaire, j'ai pas vu. Ok, commentaire des gars, ok, blablabla. Ah. Donc, ça va être. Pour le moment, à soir, on commence par le grand tour game. Après ça, on va y aller sur le jeu de Island, le jeu de recyclage. Pour terminer la dernière île que j'étais supposé terminer l'autre fois. Et aussi, c'est encore 0-0 pour les deux équipes. Il restait 9 minutes 58. Là, c'est sûr, je suis pas vraiment en direct. Bon, là, on a la voiture Ferry, Testarossa, Ford Fiesta ST, Lamborghini Countach, la Volkswagen Polo GT. Oh. Puis on va être au Royaume-Uni. Poche! Poche-moi le sac, hein, point com. Envoyez Tampa Bay gagner. Envoyez scorer là. Ouais, pareil comme dans les premiers buts, les premiers matchs. Alors, on a de quoi sur le feu. À fumer. Papa, ça, c'est pas pétillant pis c'est bon en salle. Mais l'autre dragon, je le vois plus. Mais elle là, Hein, à part mon chum de gars d'enfance, pis ta mère, y'a pas rien personne d'autre. Lol. Ah là, ça a l'air que je vais jouer au ballon de prisonnier. Wouhou! Aïe, ça va être très fun dans tabarnak, ça. Hey, à chaque épisode, genre, il y a tout ça de quoi de différent que ça change, genre, le testage des véhicules. Puis la dernière fois que j'avais joué à ça, j'avais une nouvelle manette. Là, on est encore avec une nouvelle manette. Ah, il reste 7 minutes puis c'est 0-0. Ah oui. Bah, je sais pas. Non, c'est Tampa Bay qui veut pas gagner. Ah non, je sais c'est quoi qu'ils font au Tampa Bay. Ouais. Ben ouais, ils ont dit quoi ça sert de scorer tout de suite si Montréal score pas tout de suite. Oh boy, désolé. Les gens et Tampa Bay sont en train de donner une chance à Montréal de se rattraper. Ah oui, scoré là les boys, là, notre chumé il attend la première rondelle. Bon, les moments forts de... Hey, dès le début, genre Tampa Bay, ils ont fait 5 shots. Montréal, c'est 0 shot. Puis il n'y a pas eu d'autres moments, genre c'était vers c'est à 4 minutes à 4 minutes de la game, genre moment fort. Non. Montréal l'ont pas. Puis à ce soir, c'est qui goal. Ah. Hey, il reste 5 minutes, 0-0. Bon, j'ai dit, ouais, on va fumer. Puis sinon, celui qui regarde, comment qu'il va? Que ce soit un modo, un VIP, un voyageur qui vient de nulle part. Ah, je peux pas dire touriste parce que c'est dans ma communauté. Non. Non, c'est tous des dragons, c'est pas des touristes. Si ça aurait été la communauté des touristes, ce serait genre, je sais pas quoi. Ah, comme un hôtel. Ah oui, j'aurais appelé ça l'hôtel, puis ah, t'as un touriste, il vient dans mon hôtel, un autre touriste, il vient dans mon hôtel, non. Moi, c'est un dragon qui vient sur les îles, sur une île aux dragons. Ça a plus d'allure de même. Bon, on va fumer ça, que quoi ça a l'air. Que je te donne des nouvelles. Si je meurs, je... Ah, Montréal. Montréal, ils ont scoré. Ah. C'est ça j'avais dit, genre Tampa Bay, il les laisse scorer un peu. Ah oui, scorer donc en premier, là. Non, parce que Tampa Bay sont tannés de scorer tout ça en premier. Hey, il fait 3 matchs d'affilée qu'ils scorent en premier. Faut bien que qu'il laisse Montréal gagner, faire un but chez eux. Parce qu'ils sont à Montréal, hein. Mais envoyez les boys de Tampa Bay là, let's go là. Là j'ai un gars de la base dedans là, let's go là. Envoyez! Là je suis genre le seul et unique streamer en ce moment de streamer ce putain de jeu là. Mais et puis genre j'ai pas tous les épisodes de la saison 1 puis la saison 2. Ça je sais pas pourquoi. Puis en plus on est arrivé terminé et il va en rester 3 autres épisodes à faire. Puis les épisodes sont disponibles en rediffusion sur YouTube. Parce que c'est la saison 3, épisode 10 de le 𝔻𝕣𝕒𝕉𝕒. Bon. On va fumer un médicament. Hey, j'ai du vécu un peu dans ce jeu-là, honesty. Ça fait longtemps. Ça fait genre depuis 2010. Depuis qu'ils l'ont sorti le jeu. Mais moi, je m'en bats les couilles, j'adore payer des toilettes l'habitude. Il est quand même pas payé, pas payé. Le pote. Bon ben je vous souhaite une bonne émission à tous. Que le spectacle commence. Ah oui, c'est les productions pour Racing. Ouais, ça bouge. Ouais, ouais t'es encore chez ta mère? Ok, t'es retourné chez ton père. Ok, ok, genre t'es mieux être avec ton père que ta mère. Ben, j'avoue que c'est vraiment vrai, là, on est mieux avec le père que la mère. Parce qu'avec le père, on fait des trucs de gars qu'avec la mère.
question was this one.
Huh?
The Ferrari Testarossa was excess on wheels. Be it looks, attitude, or even size. When this car came out, people were absolutely aghast at how wide this car was. I don't mean wide like 𝔻𝕣𝕒𝕒𝕑, I mean wide as in width. It was enormous, especially at the back. And it simply oozed charisma from every one of its slatted panels. It was unquestionably the only car that could star in Miami Vice. Away! The price of this car when it went on sale in 1985 was £62,666. And that is, as I'm sure you know, the number of the beast. Oh no! Concentrate looks to the bend. This is quite a complicated one. And when you unleashed its 5-litre V12, it would do 180 miles an hour. That was an astonishing figure for the time. Dab of brakes.
Wow. De chialer là. Oh non. J'ai eu quand même une belle petite journée vendredi. Ah, il y a 3 tours.
Enzo Ferrari loved that show so
Là,
much,
j'allais avoir
he
le...
actually gave its star, Don Johnson, his own Testarossa. And Don was just the tip of the celebrity iceberg. Rod Stewart had one, Elton John had one, Mike Tyson had one, O.J. Simpson had one.
Ouais, parce que c'est belle en tabarnak cette série-là. La tombe ça.
Were the era of excess, then, well, this was the perfect car for the era.
I'm afraid Mr. May has just been wasting your time, rather, because that is not the ultimate 80s supercar.
Ah non, là, il dit c'est pas la baisse des années 80. Bon, la Lamborghini. La Countach. Il dit, genre, c'est la plus belle, c'est meilleure que la Ferrari Tom Petsa. C'est moi qui dis ça.
And the Testarosa's doors don't open like this.
Moi, je m'en fous, genre, tant que je les pilote, là, bien content.
This version of the Countach, the LP5000, was launched in 1985 specifically to put the Testarossa back in its box.
Oh, la Testarossa.
It's 48 valve, 5.2 litre V12.
Un V12.
Take the Countach to 186 miles
Ouais,
an hour.
quand même un V12 en 85, là.
Than the Ferrari. We're off. Thing is, supercars, to me, are all about being the ultimate. Doesn't matter what that is, but it has to be an ultimate. And this is the ultimate bedroom wall poster car. When I first saw one of these as a kid,
Il y a une nouveauté qui est supposée arriver, là. Je sais pas si c'est qui arrive dans la bibliothèque, là. Je suis supposé l'acheter. Hey, je m'en fais des flux, là. Là, c'est là pour ça, là, tabarnak. Ouais, c'est ça. Ah, puis... Ah, ok. Ah, oui, ça.
And this incredible machine came from a company that didn't have half the resources of Ferrari. Let me give you an example. This car might look super aerodynamic, like a missile, but in fact, it never saw the inside of a wind tunnel. They couldn't afford to put it in one. So instead, they ran a prototype up and down the motorway with bits of wool stuck all over it. I love that. Oh, hello. Here he comes.
What the fuck, mais c'est quoi ça? Ah, n'importe quoi ça. Ah, attends une minute. En plein course là. The fuck.
Forward. Right then, let's go.
Oh, je suis fini là.
Eventually, we pulled over, so we could continue arguing face to chest.
Oh, the brakes on. Brilliant.
On the line,
Right. Oh, that's not. That doesn't help much in there.
you can't see behind you, can
No, I
you?
just want to be really accurate, and you can help with that.
That's in the way, and that's in the way. That's why the early ones had a periscope. Unable to agree on anything, we decided to take a more intellectual approach by having a drag race. Now, on paper, the Lamborghini is faster, definitely, but as we've already observed, Lamborghini were a bit fast and loose with their performance figures back in the day. So now, finally, we can find out for real. What is wrong with you?
Prof Ferry.
Go! Get faster. Full throttle.
Non, Lamborghini qu'on Ferry. Oh shit! Sérieux? La journée, je vais en avoir assez pour le volant, là. Va chez vous.
And now it's time to destroy them a little bit more by seeing how slowly those cars go round the 𝔻𝕒𝕒𝕠𝕟𝕒. And look at that lunging and pitching there as she heads on to the 𝔻𝕒𝕒𝕒. Back towards old lady's house, lumbering towards substation.
Non, je sais pas chauffer.
Just feel the sheep to go. And across
Ah,
the
l'argent.
line.
Là, j'ai 3 argent, quand même pas si peu.
I wouldn't do that for all the tea in China.
Technical point that might confuse the viewers. You just said the raw from the flat 12,
Yeah.
which is sort of right, but I said V12,
I know you did.
which is also sort of right because it's not a boxer, so it's a 180-degree flat V12. There you
Literally not interested. It's a flattish V12. Anyway, it's now time to see how the Lambo got on. Easing off to the second curve on the straight. Got the power towards your name here.
Pas ma faute si les coupes sont serrées. Hein.
And now the joyless wrestle back towards old lady's house. now in the damp dash towards the substation. And there we are across the line.
Oh, l'argent, l'argent. Hein.
Right. There's a new breed of
Mais quoi
small
pas cette place?
hatchback. And to find which one is best, we took the grand tour to that field just over there. Yes, the start point for our test was our own track in Oxfordshire. And this is what we'd assembled. I've brought the new Volkswagen Polo GTI, which has 197 horsepower.
Non,
Richard Hammond has brought the new Ford Fiesta ST, which also has 197 horsepower. James May has brought the new Toyota Yaris, which has a ridiculous name, the
joli.
How do you say that?
Hein, 3000 secondes? Mais attends une minute, là, je t'offre de quoi de mieux, mon gars? Je t'offre le bannissement.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It isn't, it's mushroom.
The cameraman knows.
Non, mais calice.
It's definitely brown. It's brown, it's mushroom. At this point, we decided that instead of
Non,
arguing
c'est
about
tout
which
de
car
cette
was
merde
best, we
qui
should
passe.
do some actual tests, starting
Bon,
with
pas
a
grave.
pursuit.
De toute façon, genre mon Wizbot, il est préparé contre les touristes. Putain, mais j'ai faim encore.
Un mot d'où dans le fond? Hey!
Moi c'est pas grave si le mien tombe. J'ai Rhino Shield. Genre si je veux, je peux le tomber volontairement. Aucun problème. Hein, trop loin. Ah.
At this point, we decided that instead of arguing about which car was best, we should do some actual tests.
Ouais, il est
Starting
là.
with a pursuit.
Ok. Ah non. Non, bah j'étais pas sûr. Je voulais juste être sûr.
Drive carefully.
Ouais, ça c'est à chier. Le pire que je le savais. Hey, pas monter rayé. Ah, bah ça me met genre dans une piste de tout terrain de course, puis il me donne genre un char ben stock. Une Polo GTI. Ah, qu'il est encore trop loin. Et comment tu veux que je le reste au maximum? C'est pas à cause que je veux pas rouler. Non, mais c'est pas à cause de ça.
later,
La voiture est stop.
both of us were still the same distance
Puis,
apart.
puis l'autre était déjà à
It's just
côté.
occurred to me, we both have the same knowledge of this track. We both have 197 horsepower. This race may take a while. However,
Brakes are
Ah,
fading.
c'est ça,
I can feel
genre.
them fading a bit.
Yeah,
They do
il-
get
que-
hot.
que- comme il a dit, genre, tous les deux chars, il y avait le même nombre de chevaux.
so,
Oh.
much to the annoyance of our colleague, we decided
Oh,
to
je savais que ça
draw.
allait boucaner aussi.
Can I just say, if this was a proper race rather than a catch-up race, I'd now be in the lead because I treated
Ah,
my
ils
car
ont
properly
chauffé en
and
esti,
overheated
les
brakes.
fois.
Have you heard this?
I did hear
But
that.
you don't
So
pause
in
in
other
a
words,
race.
if you drive slowly, you win.
Yes, because my brakes aren't overheating. I can still be
You
going
never went
round.
more than 28 miles an hour.
Rubbish! When did you watch a motor race on the television, on grandstand or whatever? and they said, "Oh,
Rather
we're just
than
gonna
listen
have
to any
40
more
cars
of
for
May's
this time."
bizarre theories on motorsport, we decided to move on to the next challenge. A drag race. We took you through the engine. It's a 2-litre turbo. 3, 2,
Non, je te donne un petit beau compresseur dedans.
go.
Merci. On recommence.
It's a 2-litre turbo. What do you want? 3, 2, 1, go. For heaven's sake, I beg them. Fast. There we go.
Jamais qu'on chauffe.
Oh, what? A victory for the fat boy!
That can only mean that VW have got their figures wrong. Again.
This surprising result called for a bit of a debrief. The mushroom-coloured polo.
Round.
The brown V.
Genre, elle est belle la polo, là, mais.
Actually, I've got to be honest, I am quite
Non,
surprised.
ça prend
by
la
this
golf.
astonishing victory.
It is really annoying and there's nothing
Je suis
you
pas
can
un
do.
joueur de polo, je suis un joueur de
It's
golf.
only as powerful as this.
The DSG gearbox makes a huge difference.
J'en
Yes,
vois.
on clutch. I mean, every time you two have to you lose 20 yards.
Well, there's no way can you keep up with that.
Instant.
Ça doit être un joueur de
One get
polo,
another
ça.
in this-
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Text from Mr. Willman. You idiots.
Nice.
Kind.
Stop banging on about double clutch gearboxes and lift off oversteer. These cars are supposed to appeal to young people and they have no idea what those things are. The winner of this test will be the car that appeals most to millennials, not old men like you. So what test do we do that...
Deuxième
young
période
people will be
commencée.
interested? No, wait. I've had an idea.
What exactly is a millennial?
Once we'd explained this to James, we left the test track and began our new youth-friendly road test. You blithering idiot. No.
Ouais. Hey, tasse-toi avec toi, là. Ouais, on recommence ça, pas le
Once we'd
choix.
explained this to
Prise
James, we
les
left the
amis.
test track and began our new youth-friendly road test.
Bon. Hey, ta gueule. Mais c'est quoi ta joke là qui se cave? Mais c'est quoi ça? Mais c'est quoi ça? C'est mon port! Hey! C'est quoi ça? Non mais t'es sérieux, connard? Non mais il est gay! Non mais il est... Ben l'ordinateur! Non mais... Calice! Mais c'était quoi ça? Oh chier! Vente-toi pas, tabarnak! Ah, c'est gros n'importe quoi. Ah, pas choix de le gagner, là, c'est Volkswagen. Mais je peux pas faire honte à Volkswagen, là.
Yeah, we talked about carbon dioxide and polar bears and expressed our support for the Labour Party.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the bit where the juicer blew up in my face, obviously it was all going rather excellently, we thought.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Mr. Willman said we hadn't got the idea at all. And that to really appeal to millennials, we had to somehow get our cars in the Mail Online.
Now, this was a bit of a problem for James, who claims he's never read the Mail Online.
I haven't.
You're not really the Mail's target audience, James.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you're not a mealy-mouthed, bitter person who believes that everyone who is luckier, better-looking, richer and more talented than you are should be torn to shreds and executed.
Right, well, whatever. The rules were simple. We had to
0-1
drive
encore
into London
en
and then do something
16
with our
minutes.
cars that would get the paparazzi to take a picture of.
Yes, and then the winner would be the person who got the most amount of those pictures actually published.
I decided that what I'd do was take my wife out for dinner at the glittering Bluebird restaurant on the famous
Elle est jolie, sa femme.
It's a popular haunt for the paps, this, and I felt sure we'd be snapped getting out of the little Ford. Okay.
Elle doit être grande, sa femme. Parce que celui-là, il est pas grand.
Like a lot. Right. Hold my hand. There. And then we'll just stand around.
Ah ben non. Eh ben. Ah, ok. Il est pas grand, elle est pas grande. Ah, ta gueule, photo.
Jeremy, meanwhile, had decided that to get himself noticed, he'd have a puncture and then get a celebrity like Binky Felstead to help him mend it.
You grab the spare wheel.
Really?
Pelui, hein?
You have to twiddle it so the car goes up, way really high in the sky. Come on, get back into this.
Exhausted.
James, meanwhile, was driving a car that's never been packed, to a part of London that's never been packed, with his dinner date, historian Mary Beard, who hasn't been packed
Je
either.
peux-tu l'essayer, ça là? Non, hein?
And I'm absolutely delighted. I mean, this has made my month.
Ouais, c'est sûr que, genre, à son âge, là...
Meanwhile, back in Chelsea,
There's no caps. There's nobody here.
No.
There's no photographers.
Il y a pas de photographe? Ben oui, je t'ai
It's
posé.
ridiculous. I've always been photographed here. Look, here I am. And here I am. And here, she's just a friend from work.
when Dinner over, the two most unpappable people in history were waiting to be packed.
Ouais. Hey.
I just had a thought.
Ouais, moi je serais pas un paparazzi, je serais devenu chumé avec eux.
Because I should have parked it outside.
Non, mais faut être moins cave aussi,
Excuse
hein.
me.
Paparazzi.
Morning.
T'as beau gagner de l'argent avec des photos, là, mais...
James, did you burp in front of Mary Beard?
I did, I'm sorry, it just fell out. I apologise.
And also, I know a lot of people will be thinking, oh, we engineered that. We really genuinely didn't. All you have to do to get papped when you're in our line of work is go into London, do something mildly out of the ordinary, and then they swarm. Well,
Or get
not round
absolutely
you.
clattered and fall out of a club with no trousers on.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Anyway,
Bah, t'as dit
anyway,
ça.
yes, I've had that a few times. Anyway, listen, while we were waiting to finish one of our antics,
Ah, je ferais en tabarnak.
Mr. Willman came up with another.
Ah, il est déjà égrené, si tu veux
Yep, he said
goûter.
each of us had to take a picture of our car and then see which of us got the most likes of their snap on Instagram. I had done just that.
For my Instagram picture, I am not messing about. I've recruited a top photographer and I'm very excited because he's brilliant. Look at that.
His name is David Yarrow. He's one of the world's greatest wildlife photographers, and his plan was to recreate this shot using my car instead of the tiger.
So I'm coming in.
I think the most important thing is to have the energy. It's got to be full, it's got to be dynamic. And that means I think we need water flying up between me and the car. I want to be as close, safety-wise, as you'll allow me to be. Yeah, got your number.
Ah. Ça, c'est... une double pause, c'est pour moi. C'est... ok, ça n'a pas changé. Tu le dis, son CC, ouais, je sais, il est à côté de moi. Oh, ok, j'entends pas bien, ça a l'air qu'ils ont plus de tir que... Oh, rien. Un beau nuage, ça. Ah, si tu veux le sentir. Oh, faut pas... Ouais. Il faut pas le casser, lui. C'est un contenant précieux en tabarnak, il est beau ensemble. Ouh. Je l'ai même pas vu, genre, avant qu'elle me mettait dans le sac. Ouais, j'ai plus de carburant, tabarnak. Et puis, j'ai plus de boisson de dragon. Le dragon. Ah oui. La commande automatique de Discord, je vais changer un peu. Je vais rajouter un petit peu plus de détails. Qu'est-ce que c'est dire qui sortait ce jeu-là en question? Il a été annoncé l'année passée en juillet. Puis il sort cette année. Météo 0. Quoi il fait? Là. Ok, t'as l'assistance.
Vaut mieux avoir le sang qui boue que le bout qui sent.
Ouais. Ça fait dur.
Oui, si tu veux, ben ouais, je veux bien que tu joues avec nous autres, oui. Guardian of Sand. C'est ça dans mes avis, là? Guardian of Sand, je le vois pas. Guardian of Sand. C'est fait. Quel rang, là, ce bonhomme-là, là? Ah, bronze 2. Nice. Yo, pour dragon! Ça! Pro dragon, le débile! Ah, pro dragon, c'est pas un fou, hein, vous savez. C'est un bon fou. Il dit qu'il ne t'aime pas. Qui dit qu'il m'aime pas? Voyons, Pantana, qui dit qu'il m'aime pas? Tu m'aimes pas? Voyons donc. Arrête. Ah, ça, c'est bon.
Roulette, tiens. Voisin, Roulette.
Eventually, my shot was in the can. Hey, come on. As was May's. And so, after no work at all, was Jeremy's.
Could you
have made any less effort.
No, you're right. I should have put a puppy in it, because Instagram loves a dog.
Yeah.
Anyone on Instagram, it's all just dogs, basically.
Anyway, with our pictures posted on Instagram, we were all given another challenge to see who could get the most views of their car on YouTube.
Moi, j'ai hâte que la queue a pas pour que j'aille pisser, man. En char!
Now, if you go on YouTube, which
Sure, bro,
I
je
do
vois
quite a
bien.
lot, you will notice that something that's very popular with so-called millennials is the unboxing
Ils montent la
video.
grue.
It's
Ah,
usually
bon.
something like a either stupid thing them to do, simply taking something they bought out of the box and talking about it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? The delivery guys just left, got it here, and haven't even taken it out of the
Je
box
regarde
yet.
pas mon jeu.
This bloke is unboxing a new television set he's bought.
You guys ready?
Look how many hits it's got.
The stand is not mounted on it. You'll have to put that.
Ah, un nouveau support de selle, genre pour avant le trip de vélo.
It's May. Welcome, brothers and sisters.
Ah, je vais mettre ça en direct, le trip de vélo.
This is a big one. It's a car.
En plus, on pogne bien le net.
Meanwhile, Jeremy had decided to create a fast show style character called David Soufflet.
Bon, je carré, je peux rajouter 20$ de plus. Pour 3 gigs de plus. Il est sérieux, lui? Hey, c'était pas dans les années pour porter la moustache, hein?
Back at the airfield, my next
Bon.
stunt was ready.
Right, now down there is a
C'est
man.
quoi ça?
I
Là?
don't know his name, but it doesn't matter.
Range ça dans ton garage, puis attends dans 20 ans, puis vends-le, tu vas l'avoir riche. Tu vas être très riche.
And here we go. Yes!
Hey, là.
Killer man!
Oh, I like that a lot.
Ça va rien de moi.
Quoi, quand tu reçois un char d'une boîte, genre, c'est empaqueté dans une boîte, là, c'est protégé par des boîtes, c'est pas pire. Mais je suis pas assez riche pour faire ça. Hein. Bon, ça, genre, 300$, je serais capable. 400. Un char à 400$, je serais capable. Ouais, ça. Je serais capable d'avoir un char, mais ça va être un char de bazou. Ben, ça aurait été pas peur d'avoir un bazou. Mais ça, tu veux que je le calisse? Ouais, c'est ça, hein. Non, si j'achète un bazou, tu veux que je le calisse? Pas. Peu de place, là. Tu t'en chicanes avec ton rat. Ça a été popé comme best place. C'est moi qui l'ai pris la photo, mais non.
I hoped you wouldn't spot that. I didn't do very well.
I think that gives you a 0, Hammond.
Yeah, so you got a 0. Now, James May, how did you get on taking the older woman out for a curry in Hammersmith and then parking your car in an underground car park?
Not that well, actually.
How not that well?
Not that well.
Okay, a single thing. My plans were unsuccessful. 49 pictures appeared of my car and me and Binky in the Mail Online. 49 pictures.
Well, hang on a minute. 49 pictures of a fat old bloke and a young girl I've never heard of changing a wheel.
I know, and the extraordinary thing is, I'd like to show you the 49 pictures, but according touch with the Mail Online yesterday, okay, to say, can we have the pictures? Do you want to know how much they were going to charge? £122,000.
Hey, ils mettent la Toyota dans le décor, mais je l'ai pas testé, moi.
They ruined my life, and then for me to buy the picture back is £122,000.
There are 49 pictures on there of you.
Don't show the cameras, otherwise there'll be a bill for 120 grand. But the good thing is...
Exactly, because of that, you score 49.
Yep, yes, I do.
There's no getting around
yes, I do. Which moves us on to Instagram.
Okay.
James May, how did you do with your picture on the bus?
I scored 0.
Naught?
Yeah.
Nobody get naught.
Well, it's quite interesting. You see, I didn't have an Instagram account, so I set one up. No, but
That's a surprise.
No, but I set one up. And then as I was setting it up, I realised there was someone else on Instagram pretending to be me. So I filled in that reporting thing that pulls down, you know, and I sent it off. And all credit to Instagram, they reacted very quickly, by that afternoon, in fact, and they shut me down.
You?
Yeah, they didn't shut down the fake James May. They shut the real one down.
They killed the wrong James May.
Yeah.
OK, well, that's quite interesting. What's interesting me, though, is that there's a man somewhere out in the world, or woman, who's thought, I could pretend to be anyone I like. I shall pretend to be James May.
I know.
It's not very ambitious, is it?
But George Clooney.
I know, but anyway, the net result of that, as they say in the army, is that I have naught.
You're doing very well.
I've got one, yeah.
So, Hammond, how did you get on?
Well, my picture was brilliant. Look at it. It's up. Look at that.
No, that is,
good.
apart from the slogan with the sexual intercourse enthusiast,
that was awkward, yeah.
That is an amazing photograph, granted. So, how many people have viewed it and liked it on Instagram?
9.
Well, they block you as well?
9. No. You see, I don't really do Instagram,
Yeah.
so I don't have many followers, so only 9 people have seen it.
Oh dear, because
Deuxième période, il reste 5 minutes 32. C'est toujours le même score.
Yes, I do.
So you got lots
Yes,
of
I do. So
followers.
put 54,000.
Quand même chaud à soir. C'est sûr, ça va être 5-1. Avec, ouais, en 5, ils ont tant de ils vont la gagner en 5.
Wasn't my best work, I admit. It was a hurried shot.
What was it?
54,000.
That does change the scoreline a bit.
Change the scoreline a lot, because I'm now on 54,053.
Non, Tampa Bay, c'est juste pour faire chier Montréal, c'est ce qu'ils font. Ouais, parce que la coupe est à Montréal. Ils ont montré la coupe. Yeah, Tampa Bay, ils sont en train de les écœurer. Ah, la coupe est chez vous. Ah, ça va être le prochain match. Tampa Bay.
You are ahead now.
Yes, I'm comfortably in the lead.
Dans les 4 matchs, au début, c'est 2 matchs chez l'autre, 2 matchs de le bord. Après ça, ça joue de place.
Broken up by Ryan Gosling and Channing Tatum, whilst Prince Philip tightrope walks between 2 cars. Who doesn't want to look at that?
You actually put that as the caption.
That's what it said.
C'est juste pour faire baver à Montréal, la coupe.
That's ridiculous. That is, I'm sorry, that is pathetic. Young people, you're pathetic. Right, so there we are. Those are the scores at the moment. You're out.
Yes.
And James, I'm looking and I'm thinking, and just to quick adding up.
Et personne peut pas dire le contraire, genre, pendant Tampa Bay, ils ont quand même battu, genre, des bonnes grosses équipes, là, en série.
16 minutes watching you taking a small Toyota hatchback out of a cardboard box, only for one.
Yes.
So?
330,000.
Ouais, c'est sûr. Non, ben c'est sûr. Non, ben genre, c'est le vrai épisode, mais genre, joue le jeu. Oh, ouais.
No, that's exactly right. You might as well have done the comedy adventures of 𝔻𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 in 1939. That would have been better.
So, because there are more people who'd rather watch an old man
Je joue mon enfance.
than watch him in danger.
Parce qu'avant ça, c'était Top Gear. Mais ils se sont chicanés avec les blablabla, puis là, ils ont fait un contrat avec Amazon.
Yeah, that is our conclusion. Yeah, and on that that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bon. Bon, Ouais, ben j'avais dit qu'on irait jouer là. Hein? Hein?
Quoi là?
De quoi là?
Quoi l'affaire?
Es-tu moi?
Avec tabarnak.
Avec ta gueule.
Toi?
Toi?
Ça va pas rien.
Non, mais je parlais à l'autre.
Ah là?
Ouais, lève vos gueules là. Non, mais j'en ai deux, j'en ai trois, je sais même plus à qui parler là. Je sais même plus à qui envoyer chier là. Et faut-tu que j'envoie chez le voisin ou quoi? Ah, je rouvre la porte, allez chier, allez tout chier, tabarnak. Bonne nuit à tous. Oh, ouais, Tampa Bay Carré, c'est 1-1. Hey, ouais, yeah, non, yeah. Ah, c'est ça, yeah, là, yeah. Ah, on va continuer là.
The nearest civilization is a town called 𝔻𝕒𝕘𝕠𝕟𝕒. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these boxes. You have enough food for 7 days.
Ben moi je game au travail puis j'écoute des séries puis des films. Qui se crosse pas, hein? Ben il y a ceux-là genre qui peuvent pas vraiment se crosser. Mais genre pour non mais ceux-là genre qui peuvent pas, genre mais genre qui ont ça mais ils peuvent pas, mais mes sympathies à ceux genre qui peuvent pas se crosser. Voilà.
Okay, please. Well, they'll be using a piss tank.
Ah non. T'aurais dû dire non là. Mais non, mais t'aurais pu dire non là. Oh là, j'ai oublié de faire de quoi. Ah, il va chier. Attends une minute. Attendez tout le monde là. Bon. Ah, t'aurais pu les donner au rat, hein? Bravo! Bravo! Champagne tout le monde! Il a tué une mouche, ça promet une mouche dans son appart. Ah moi, moi je les gobe les mouches. Ben, je les tue puis je les mange, non.
T'es full, c'est conne. Hey, la Morgana, là, c'est le petit de cul de marde. Ah, on voit qu'elle l'a pas tué, ça.
Bon, bientôt de la fin de la deuxième période. Ah, t'es sérieux? Ok, ta manette. Mais t'es tombé un touriste? Là, ça aurait pu couler. Ça aurait pu couler, hein. Ben oui, il y a du danger. Ah, moi, je te dis, hein, il reste 43 secondes et moins. Eh bon, là, nouveau, ça sue, les amis. Hein? Hey, on les a chargés, mais on ne les a même pas utilisés. Hey, les RC, c'est pratique pour le skatepark. Bon, bah, je vais essayer. Ah, ta gueule. Non, mais on n'a pas. Genre, on les a fait charger, mais on ne les a pas utilisés. Eh, je sais pas qu'on a été, il est petit en tabarnak. Ouais, c'est rien. Bah, c'est ça, genre, on peut pas rien dire, genre, qu'on peut essayer de marier, mais là. Non, on est plus loin. Ouais. Ah, moi j'ai eu une belle époque au skatepark. Ben, c'est là que j'ai croisé Justin. Puis Alexis Dupont, hein. Ah, c'est sûr que le mont Foquet se tenait au skatepark, hein. Ouais, jette ça aux poubelles. Brûle ça. Ah, c'est la fin de la deuxième période. Non, mais tu l'as donné, tu brûles ça. Ça vaut rien, ça. Tu peux vendre ça à 10 piastres, là. Vente de débarras 10 piastres. Non, mais sinon, il y a des acheteurs d'iPhone qui pourraient te l'acheter. Oh! Ah oui, c'est vrai. Bon, en résumé, pour l'épisode 11 de la saison 3 de Grand Tour Gamme, avec la Aston Martin DBS Super Leggera, la Bentley Continental GT, la BMW M850i et la Renault 9. Ok, il y a une voiture française, allemand, allemand aussi encore. Puis, non, pas allemand. L'Angleterre. Genre, britannique, allemand, français. Bon. Nos amis conçus des GT de luxe en plein Caucase de naissance du vin et de Staline. Ils utilisaient le contrôle de la vessie comme intensificateur de vitesse. Jérémy affirme que son Aston Martin est une cathédrale de puissance lorsqu'il lutte pour rattraper Abby et sa Renault. Toute rouillée. Et la BM de James lui donne des frissons dans le fessier. Oh! Hey, ça a l'air qu'une BM ça donne des frissons dans le fessier. Faudrait que tu demandes ça à Étienne si c'est vrai. Ah, il pose la question. Est-ce que c'est vrai que ça lui donne des frissons dans son PC? Mais non, mais je lui ai pas posé la question. Ben c'est ça, faut lui poser la question. Ouais, c'est bien beau être assis dedans, mais nous, on ne le connaît pas, c'est on chante. Ben, roule celle que tu veux rouler. Ben, c'est que ça te tente de goûter. Le verger.sec. Pourquoi trop pénis?
There must have been 30 or 40 people in the room when the police Jesus Christ, I'm too close to the edge.
Let's sing a song.
No. I am sitting where Jim Clark sat. Going in hard and hard. Okay, please.
Va donc te coucher là. Va te coucher. Mais non, mais ça a l'air que t'as hâte de te coucher. Mais ouais, tu échec que t'as hâte que des arrivent. Ouais, ben c'est ça, va te coucher là. Ah, qui est le chien il est dehors. Fait que ta femme est dehors. Hein. God. Ah ben ça, ben ça là, ça veut d'autres choses. Ben qu'est-ce que ça trouve un nouveau esclave? C'est tout l'esclavagisme de reculons de parking.
Comme le gars dans American Pie.
There must have been 30 or 40 people in the room.
Ah ouais, ok. Bon, on part ça, l'épisode 11. Prime original Amazon. Amazon Prime Gaming, les amis.
C'est si monsieur Fortenu, parce que les drops t'as pas assez gros. Ça va rentrer dans une technologie. Ils ont rendu là-dessus. Je vais juste marquer ça sur le doute par là.
Ouais, faut aussi, hein.
So what is a Grand Tour mini special? It's all based around here in this rather troubled part of the world. You've got Syria and Iraq and Iran sort of at the bottom, and then at the top you've got Russia. But in between you have this sliver of peace and prosperity. And that got us thinking. You see, if you live on
genre, ils vont y aller là, puis c'est la gare en bas.
to a bit of fish, you're fine. But what if you like bream? See, bream likes fresh water, and the Black Sea is salty. Nearest fresh water is all the way over here in the Caspian, and that is 1,000 kilometers.
Ok, ça c'est un lac salé.
Yeah, so we were wondering
Ça c'est un lac douce. Ok.
What would be the best car?
Obviously, you'd need some sort of GT, but which one?
Ok, est-ce qu'on
Aston
attend?
Martin DBS, a new Bentley Continental GT, or the newer BMW 8 Series?
Il s'ennuie de salon.
This show was designed to answer.
Ah, c'est vrai, on est plus à la fin de semaine.
To Batumi in the former Soviet state of Georgia. The meeting point was on the shores of the Black Sea, and naturally enough, James May was the last to arrive in the new BMW 8 Series. God, it doesn't look anything like as good in the flesh as it did in the picture.
La BM série 8. Elle est quand même jolie.
Brown! What? Brown! It's sunburst orange.
Mate, that's a brown car.
It's sunburst orange, it's not brown.
It's brown!
Orange!
And it looks very like a Toyota.
Is it on delivery wheels? Are they specially for delivering?
What are you talking about?
There's little wheels that they can move it around on.
Oh, you've got the new Bentley that's the same as the old Bentley.
Apart from being a completely new car.
Yeah, but it looks the same.
It doesn't look the same. It's completely different front end, different size.
Oh no, it looks like an Aventador. No.
It's a completely new car.
That's horrible.
Oh, that's quite vivid, isn't it? I mean, worryingly for you, I quite like that.
You like that?
Ouais, l'intérieur est hot, mais beau char.
It's the DBS.
J'aime bien les petits sons des Aston Martin.
It's 72 kilograms lighter than a DB11.
And no more expensive.
Well, it's a bit more expensive.
How much more expensive?
It's £67,000 more than DB11.
And how much is it?
A lot.
Is it something like £250,000?
No.
What is it then?
A bit less.
230?
A bit less.
225? Yes. Mine's £100,000. It's contemporary and it's modern. There's no good saying, oh, it looks Japanese, as if that's a slur. The Japanese advanced the car massively in the last century.
Eventually, we decided to stop arguing and drive from here.
Oh, c'est putain de se disputer, c'est temps faire la course. Non, c'est temps faire le testage de véhicule.
For a nice piece of grilled brie. The question I really want to answer on this journey is this.
Ah, c'est pour le plaisir, je l'ai acheté. C'est un jeu de testage de véhicule. Je m'en fous si je pogne les toilettes. Un Aston Martin DB11, DBS. 225 000 livres. Ah, quand même de l'allure, ce prix-là. Un en vaut genre pas loin d'un demi-million canadien. On a un d'allure à ce prix-là.
This is by far the most powerful car here, and the light, and the most impressive. And yet, it just glides along in GT mode, which I'm in now, and touring mode. It's like a hovercraft. Oh God, that looks tricky. It is quite scary through here.
Bah oui. Allemand, ils l'ont la forme. Mais... Non. Ok. Et j'ai pas tant à breaker que ça.
I'm afraid you're going to have to face facts, Logan. You're in wheelbarrows and I'm in a spaceship.
Pas le choix. Les talkie-walkie, pas le choix. Dans pas long, on va se ramasser des talkie-walkie.
Long-legged, luxurious continent-crossing GT cars. We're talking about Bentleys. Definitive GTs. Whisper quiet, velvety smooth, a hint of massive power waiting. 626 horsepower under my right foot.
Oh! La Bentley Continental GT.
3.4 seconds, which is absolutely mind-boggling in a car this big. Oh, for God's sake, try that.
C'est moi qui ai chié.
Whisper quiet, velvety smooth, a hint of massive power waiting. 626 horsepower under my right foot. More than 60 in 3.4 seconds, which is absolutely mind-boggling in a car this big. A GT car, first and foremost, has got to be a nice place to be, because by definition you're going to spend a lot of time in it, and this is a fine place to be.
Yeah, play.
Finish on the center console, this metal here, is aluminium that's been milled in the same way that they mill aluminium inserts in the back of expensive watches. If I press this button here, I can rotate between my different screens. Oh, analog dials and clocks. In the center of the dash. Thank you.
The problem for me with the Bentley and the Aston is that they're actually
bon, la série 8,
on being British. It is a bit of a British disease. We can't shake it off. We're obsessed with phony heritage.
Ah, c'est la 850. Beau son.
Actually, if you want to talk about heritage and tradition, BMW has the strongest, still made in Munich by the same company. It has a 4.4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 developing 523 horsepower. It also has four-wheel drive, rear-wheel steering, and adaptive anti-roll bars. It has an 8-speed gearbox. It's not twin clutch, but it is flappy paddle, and it is very sharp. Slight slow there.
On a été chercher l'argent au moins.
Even though our cars didn't recognize Georgia
Mais
as a
meilleur que les
country,
deux autres.
we soon arrived in the town of 𝔻𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, the birthplace of Joseph Stalin.
La conduite est quand même stable. Elle tient bonne la route.
The man who beat Hitler is from your town, so obviously, as they have done, you put up a statue to him. But then it turns out that he's an even bigger mass murderer, so do you take it down?
It's tricky, that one.
Non, il n'a pas encore commencé.
Can we
Oh,
talk about our cars?
la troisième période a commencé.
I'm not interested in the war.
Ah, c'est un...
The war, Hammond.
Il vient
This
juste
is
de
sort of a
commencer.
pivotal bit of 20th century history. It affected the whole world.
Right, well, I'm off to bed.
What?
I'm off to bed.
You go to bed?
I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
We must have bored him because he's
Ouais,
left some
ça va
routine
te
and
coucher, Eamon.
After some more considered debate about the town's Stalin problems, I had an brainwave.
Bon, la tronçonneuse. Ok. Hein? Ok.
The next morning, as we were saddling
Juste
up,
attendu la
Richard
tronçonneuse.
had a question.
Why have you put Nigel Mansell's head on my bonnet?
British racing driver, British car would be appropriate.
It's a bold statement, isn't it?
So you got famous Brummy in the car and on the front of the car.
God, yes. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Nigel Mansell must have been a big name around here. A lot of people looking at him.
Our next destination was a racetrack 70 miles away. And because James and I had racist sat-navs, we were taking guidance from the man up front, which was a mistake. Hammond, we've definitely been round here before.
If you wanted me to be in charge of navigation, you shouldn't have glued Nigel Mansell's head to my bonnet.
Why are we going so slowly? I mean, I'm being overtaken by trucks.
Well, Nigel Mansell's head gets in the way of road signs, and I have to sort of crane round him to see them, and I don't want to miss them.
Ouais. Sérieux? Non mais t'es sérieux? Ou ça. Je sais pas. Bah oui, c'est faisable, mais...
Oh, for God's sake.
Having parted company with James's fan club, we eventually arrived at the racetrack. Built in the days of communism, it hosted some terrible and boring races until the Soviet Union and it fell apart. A few years ago, though, it was brought back to life. Well, we got to remember, 715 horsepower is a huge amount. That is a cathedral of power. 119, 122, 129, 136. God, that is so quick! And the best thing is, it's old school. All of that power goes to the rear wheels. There's no four-wheel drive, there's no four-wheel steering, there's no fancy trickery. Oh, look at this. Drifting with the traction control off.
Bon, le drift. Hein?
That's really good. Was the first Aston I've ever driven that felt good on a track. And this is the
Il reste
second.
14 minutes et 50, c'est toujours 1-1.
Jesus, what a car! Ah, Richard Hammond driving around in Chatsworth House here.
Oh, si c'est pas en 4, ça va être en 5. Mais c'est quoi ça? Comme ça.
Meanwhile, in the BMW, I too had been leaning on the electronics.
Previously on the road, I had this set up in my version of Sport, which you can program, and I had the steering on Comfort and the ride on Comfort. But now, I have it in Sport Plus.
Oui, là, il est en train de gosser sa BM.
I have the least power, 523. I have the lowest power to weight ratio. But it's a meaty engine with lots of low down grunt. I can dig deep.
Combine that with the 4-wheel drive and the 4-wheel steering, and the 8 Series is exactly what you'd expect.
Away! It's tremendous. I have been clever. Danger. Good. Well, that's interesting. Hey. Ow, ow. It's easy. It's a BMW. It feels like a BMW.
It's so easy, in fact, that while going past the pits, I noticed something.
There's a bloke with a stopwatch there. Does that mean they're actually taking times? I presume it does.
They were, so all of us decided to concentrate on some hot laps. Eventually, we pitted to see how we'd done. No surprises here.
Go on.
Aston was the fastest.
Okay.
No, but obviously by an enormous margin. You did 2:05.8.
Yes.
Just hammered. 2 minutes. 4.8. So you're only a second quicker.
Oh.
That's the closest you two have ever been.
That is.
Oh, hold on. Text. Oh, God, Mr. Willman. How does he know when we're all sitting around?
It's uncanny. Go on then.
Right. I've seen how fast you can go in your cars on a flying lap. Now we shall see how fast you can go when you're bursting for a pee. Right. Each of you will drink 3 pints of water.
3
wait
pints
20
d'eau,
minutes,
tabarnak.
and then
Je vais
see
attentive
how
en minute.
much your time's improved.
Aïe aïe.
Soon we were ready to begin the test.
Right, so we drink these, and then
Faut
when the
qu'ils
drum
boivent
roll
ça.
three, start the time.
Qui attend 20 minutes, après ça, il part en course. Ah, rien, c'est là, je les cale.
It's just revolting, this stuff. Thing is, this is quite an interesting test because when I drive normally, I drive on the motorway at 70 miles an hour. When I need a pee, I'll do 180.
Goodbye. Oh, no, that hurts. Oh.
3, 2, 1. I'm out of here. Good luck. Oh, it's starting. The running's unwise.
Ah, je vois qu'il mid missing.
Don't need a Waz. I don't need a Waz.
BM. ils ont dit pas de pause, pipi. Ça doit y aller aux toilettes. Ouais, ça va. Quoi, bronze? Shit.
It's interfering.
Come on. Come on.
Ah.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just not thinking about it.
Ils n'ont pas personne n'y a assuré encore. Pas pour le moment. Non, ça va se corriger genre 5 secondes après.
Oh, bugger. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, for God's sake. What a tip. Oh, God. Give me everything you've got. Get on with it!
Ah bah là. Pas évident. Comment rester dans le milieu, hein?
It's gonna happen. What? Who's in there? James!
Bugger off, I'm having a waz.
Hurry up!
I'm having a waz.
Just hurry up, I'm going to go in a minute. Right, that's it, let me in. Oh, God, there's more. Oh, God.
It's just awful.
Listen, mate, James is in there, and I'm first. You ain't getting in ahead of me.
Fine,
There's no way.
It is awful though when you get to the door, your body's saying, yes, time to go, but then you can't.
Stop talking. Why are you bothered anyway?
Well, I solved the problem, second corner.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Ah, il y a vu ça dans ces
now I've got the times. It's quite interesting. You were a second slower on that lap. Do you think you were faster or slower?
I don't care.
Richard Hammond.
Épisode assez
lap,
clair.
2 minutes 4.8. New lap, 2 minutes.
Yes, whatever.
Ah, mais c'est un vieux sel, hein?
You were slower as well.
Because I was concentrating on not doing what you've done.
Yeah, well, that's interesting because I did what I did. Look at that. How interesting is that? Exactly the same. I mean, I was basically.
James! Hurry up!
The next morning, we went for a drive round to 𝔻𝕒𝕒, one of the coolest cities we'd ever been to.
Oh, il y a des sièges en cuivre.
We then found a flea market and decided to test the boot space in our Grand Tourers.
Mais c'est brodé, je pense que c'est où ça. Sinon, ils ont mis un sac de plastique pour protéger. Ah, là. Une méchante vente de garage.
Says Moscow on the dial. It works.
Is it a Soviet one?
Yeah. A Soviet cine camera. Now come on. How much is the record player?
We're going to do a selfie.
I love the way that they've captured the lustfulness of the lady dog and the wistfulness of James.
Ça, c'est que...
Having done our shopping, Hammond and I were soon back at our cars and filling up the boots. What have you bought?
Giant pair of jugs. Georgian wine jugs.
Do you know what the Georgian is for wine jugs? Norks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So you've got 2 giant Norks.
Yep. A guitar and a clock, and I'm very pleased with the purchases. What's with the trombone or whatever it is?
Well, it won't fit. With my record player and my bird and my gas mask.
That's a striking piece. We'll put it on the back seat.
Small.
Go on, the back seat will accommodate that. Look.
It's going to be critical.
Oh my God!
There you go. Told you you would.
Do Aston Martin describe that as a back seat?
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a leather pouch.
Ah, sérieux? Ah, j'ai dit n'importe quoi. C'est pas grave, je fais la toilette. Hey, Dodo. Dodo, puis il reste 6 minutes 50.
Yak goes in first.
How big is that boat?
It is actually really big.
It's unnecessarily big.
It's too much boot.
It's a Grand Tourer. It's for taking luggage, as you said only the other day. His master's voice will go there, and then the Spanish man of war.
I then came up with a plan to get rid of what wouldn't fit in
Ok. Donc il faut installer ça dans pour le bateau.
Thank you.
Merci.
Souvenirs loaded up. We got back on the road.
Ah, sérieux là. Est-ce que ça drift mal dans ce jeu-là? Maman balance les couilles. D'ailleurs. C'est quoi ça, pas une putain de gesmo là demain, là? Non mais Chris. Ça, je m'en croyais que je termine 3 ans, mais tabarnak, là, c'est n'importe quoi.
At the next town, May and I wanted to pull over, and Hammond didn't.
It was all very nice jollying around, but these are GT cars. We've got to cover miles in them. We've got miles to go. We need to get a move on.
The town, however, was called 𝔻𝕉𝕒. So obviously May and I wanted to experience the architecture.
Can we stop stopping off to look at things? The whole point of this trip is to prove that these powerful GT cars can devour continents, and we're not devouring any miles.
Ooh.
But we need to get going.
You do know that these aren't actually quicker than any other type of car?
What?
No, in the real world. I mean, these feel great. That's why we like them. It's nice having a powerful car.
Oui, là, oui,
In the
là,
real world,
mais...
they don't go any faster.
Aïe, tu es hâte, là, ça va faire, là, un peu, oui.
What, those larders we've been overtaking endlessly since we got here? You're saying that my twin turbocharged Aston Martin is no...
C'est mieux d'écouter mon
Not in the real world. I'll demonstrate it to you tomorrow.
Right, May, what is you thinking?
Well, I've bought this Renault 9 GTL. And I've flown Abby out to drive it.
Pas en prolongation, les gars.
Called the Garden of Paradise.
Why can't we just go where we're going?
Fais gagner une équipe pour Chris avant la prolongation.
Nice. So Abby gets a 2-minute head start. You won't be able to catch her.
Oh, well.
You won't.
She has a 2-minute head start,
yes.
And you think we can't catch her up in 50 miles?
Exactly.
That's not in good condition.
It wasn't very expensive. Start the engine, please.
Ah, la Renault 9.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Right, you ready?
Like a kid.
In 3, 2, 1, go! Professional racing driver.
That's it. She's good. She's good.
You bought a dog.
Elle pilote de course.
18 seconds. Stop sounding excited about this ridiculous escapade. 2, 1, begin. Let's go.
Pas à chier. Beau paysage, la route était chiant. Ah, ça commence, ça finit plus. Ah, trop vite, hein, ouais. Ah ouais, yeah, on se calisse encore là, c'était volontaire. cadeau. Ah bah oui, hein, c'est ça, hein, j'essaie de vouloir dépasser les autres, je décolle sans vous, hein.
Line at the Garden of Paradise was close, and as we entered the outskirts, the patio of Paradise, Abby was in sight. The race we knew would be ours, but then it turned out that actually the finish line was in the 14th century.
Allez, il reste une minute puis c'est la fin. C'est 2-2. Ouais, 2-2 puis il reste une minute.
Carbon fibre chin spoiler is on one of these, but I bet it's a lot. By this stage, I knew I'd lost, so I needed to come up with an excuse. Think of the head.
This is not Bentley
Ah,
country.
ça va aller en prolongation, pas le choix.
Land Rover territory. James May, you are a bloody idiot.
Sit rep. Man arrived at the window, took 30 units of currency away, and I now have this hat. Eventually, Hammond and I found Abby's victorious Renault at the finish line. And then, what was definitely several hours later, May turned up.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, God.
Who won then?
We did.
Did you?
We did. Well, he went hat shopping.
I did. Look.
Took him
Really?
ages choosing that one.
Ah bah mec, là la
How
touffe.
long were we hat shopping? Must have been a good half hour to get the right one.
Well, half an hour with the black one, and then I didn't like it.
That does not happen by accident. That sort of thing takes time.
Ah, il double pause les amis. En plus, on est vers la fin du stream. Allez, fini le liaisage, les boys, gars, il qu'on finit ça à ce soir. Je sais, vous voulez faire chier la Coupe Stanley aux Canadiens, mais là, fini le liaisage. Ah oui, ça, prolongation. Aïe, en prolongation, à la finale pour Canadien Montréal. Wow. Mais genre pour
Everything's fine. Best mode is here, man. Damn fun!
Colle.
Mon jeu peut arrêter de bugger, là? Tabarnak. J'ai dit mon jeu peut arrêter de bugger. Allô? Bon. J'ai les affaires. Je sens ma jambe de colle. Ça va bien, toi? Ça va pas bien. Ça va bien, merci, merci. T'as dit de lick my balls. lick my balls. C'est ben long, c'est artiste, si! Pas mieux que ça,
Ah bah, hey, prolongation, là. Là, c'est presque une finale. Oh, je reviens tout de suite.
With James's unrealistic real-world test out of the way, we continued heading east.
Non, va chier. Le son, la conduite est à chier. Les voitures sont belles. Il y a juste ça. Tabarnak! N'importe quoi, là. Ah, mais... Ah, j'ai dit que... On sait, faut pas aller chercher la toilette, on n'est pas quatre. Essaie de causer avec des estirasons. Essaie de faire de quoi, Flouk? C'est pas grave. Ça bat les couilles, c'est juste des tests.
Make for just a good car of any sort. And this new Bentley Continental GT is a very, very, very good GT car. Gotta say it, This thing is a masterpiece. Absolutely nailed it, and it deserves to wear its flying B. What a thing.
So, my BMW. Now, when we started this trip, I merely thought it was rather good, but now I'm pretty much in love with it, and most of that, to be honest, is because of that V8 engine. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's unobtrusive, but then you just knock it down a few and give it a bit of shoot. Go! Becomes sonorous, its voice becomes more heartfelt, and it tingles through the steering wheel and through my buttocks.
Je suis dans le fichier précis. Ah, ça a l'air que la série 8, genre, tu sens la vibration jusque dans le fessier. 100 000 livres? Wow. La moitié du prix de la Aston Martin, ah, c'est ça, hein. Achetez-la. Ah, j'ai pas les moyens pour l'acheter. Avoir eu les moyens, j'aurais une belle collection de BM. Des projets de BM puis des BM.
Georgia, hidden gem, 𝔻𝕣𝕒𝕒𝕗 in particular, and number 2, pottery is much sharper than you might imagine. Then there's the DBS, and that is tricky. It is as fast as hell, and it's comfortable, and it looks sensational. It's a hugely appealing car, but is it worth £70,000 more than the also hugely appealing DB11? And I don't think it is. I just don't think it is. Maybe if they'd fitted an interior that made you feel special, like the interior does in the Bentley, I'd have a different view, but they didn't. So I don't. Sorry. After a stunning drive through the tip of the Caucasus, we eventually arrived in the jaw-dropping capital of Azerbaijan.
Ils sont épicés ceux-là. Wow.
And moments later, we found our grail.
Ça sent jusque dans le nez.
And we have arrived at journey's end. The Caspian. The largest
Ah, ça paraît là. Il y a de la salive qui remonte.
Our journey is complete. Let's get a boom.
A breed's fish?
No, Hammond, they're cows. Of course they're fish.
I don't like
Une race de vache.
Well, on that terrible disappointment for him. Back to the tent.
Why did you say back to the tent, you idiot?
Oh, right, I've got biscuit.
Do that on Space.
I know, it flipped out.
Well, no, never do that.
It gives us a chance at least to say how good GT cars are. I love them. The rear engine at the front and all the power you need. They're everything you want in a car.
You know, I agree. The BMW was the best as well.
Yes, but James, why don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen about the BMW's lane departure system? You know, the one that keeps you in the white lines when you're driving along?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it was a pre-production car, so it had a slight glitch in it and you couldn't turn it off. And it's quite annoying on the road, because it does that. But on the track, the problem is that you aim for a perfect apex, but the car thinks, he's about to have an accident, and then it just throws you back into the middle of the track again. It's extremely irritating.
There was that, which you moaned about a lot, and the gearbox.
Yeah, the gearbox. Well, the problem there is the the display on the dash, there's two of them. One of them says what gear you've selected, but the other one says what gear the car thinks you should be in. So again, on the track, you'd be driving along going, here comes the left-hand man, right down to second, and the car would go, seventh?
That is annoying.
It's basically German saying that England and there's nothing here.
Exactly. But it was bloody fast, the BMW. It was excellent.
But I still think the Bentley was the best. It was.
Well, I agree.
What?
I agree. Look, I really like the DBS, okay? It was a fantastic car. I like the DB11 as well, and the Vantage. But for doing that journey, I'd choose the Bentley.
Yeah, wait a minute. Haven't you just recommended the Aston Martin DBS to a friend of yours?
Yes, I have.
And has he since bought one?
Yes, he has. And on terrible disappointment for him, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bon ben merci à tous d'avoir passé. On se retrouve à un prochain épisode de Grand Trou Game, l'épisode 12. Je ne sais pas quand. Mais on va jouer à d'autres jeux. Mais là demain on tombe à Need for Speed Heat. Sur ça, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Et un bon matin à tous. Peace.